Hey, Fred Love here, back with another really quick guitar lesson. One of my younger students is interested in the song Yellow by Coldplay. And so I wanted to come up with a way to show him the basics of that song, at least the verse of the song. I wouldn't say that this is a beginner-friendly song because it requires some full-on bar chords and does some kind of intricate stuff with some suspended notes in there. But we can kind of work up just the bass line and then maybe even start on power chords, which is a super fun and important early element when you're beginning the guitar. So let's look at the verse to Coldplay. We'll just look at the bass line first. So the verse involves 3 chords. I'm going to move my camera so you can see, and so hopefully you can see the whole neck. So what we're going to do, the song is in the key of B. And you can find that B note on the 7th fret of the low E string. So here's your low E string, the fat guy right there. Let's take our pointer finger and just bring it up to the 7th fret. So right there, that is a B note. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th fret, B note. Awesome. Okay, so let's hang out on that. Let's do a couple of measures of that, just doing straight 8th notes, doing down picks. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just hanging out on that B note. Okay, so the next chord, it kind of descends, it goes lower. And so we're gonna hang out on that B, and we're gonna go down to the 2nd fret. See how I'm on the 2nd fret of the E string. Same string, B note, slide down to the 2nd fret for an F sharp note. And we'll do the same thing there. We'll hang out on that for a couple of measures, doing those 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then it drops down to an E chord. And we're going to get the E note just by letting go entirely and just doing the open E string. And we'll do the same thing of 2 measures, doing 8th notes, down picks. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that whole bass line all put together, we're going to start on the 7th fret for our B note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2nd fret. 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and open. 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Back to the B. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. Okay, now that is the bass line. Now here's the magic trick, right? We're just doing 1 note there. And that sounds all right. You can almost hear the verse just with those 3 notes. But we're going to add 1 more note and make a power chord. And so we're going to take our pointer finger, put it back on the 7th fret of the low E string. Got our B note. Then we're going to take our ring finger and we're going to grab the 9th fret of the A string. So I've got 2 notes. I've got this guy, here's my root, and then I got this guy, 9th fret of the A string. So when I play them together, I'm going to play these two. I'm going to play these 2 notes at the same time. That's a magic trick, isn't it? That's like magic. That just like it takes that root note and just punches it up and makes it so rockin'. So this is called a power chord. It's so powerful, right? Yeah. All right. So we're going to keep that shape. Just like we did with the bass line, we're going to do 2 measures. Now we're going to slide it back down to the 2nd fret, but it's the same shape. So I'm grabbing the root note with my pointer finger, 2nd fret of the low E, and then I'm grabbing the 5th of that chord, which is the 4th fret of the A string with my ring finger. Now the E is a little bit different because it's an open string, so we're going to change our shape. This requires only 1 finger, your pointer finger, this guy right here. Woo. We're going to grab the 2nd fret of the A string, that's a B note, and then we're going to hit the open E and that 2nd fret of the A string at the same time. That's an E5, an E power chord. So let's put those three power chords together and see what it sounds like. I bet you're gonna recognize it. E power chord, F sharp power chord, E5, back to B. Look at the stars, see how they shine for you, and all the things that you do, and they were all yellow, right? Or something like that. I don't know. I don't really sing like the guy from Coldplay, but that's basically it. You know, three power chords, and you can get pretty close. So if you're a beginner guitarist, learn those power chords, man. Oh, that's magic. That is the closest thing to magic I have ever experienced in my life. You can do so much with power chords. You can do a lot of rock and roll with it. So, yeah, just three power chords: B, 5, F sharp, and then E. And you can be like Coldplay. So, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Hope you get something out of it. If you did like it and you want to keep continuing on, then maybe we can kind of take that next step up in advancement and get even a little bit closer to how that song actually sounds on the Coldplay record. So thanks. Keep on rocking. Work on those power chords.